So, hey guys, I wanted to do an update for the fires video that I did last week. So, it is officially day 9 of the wildfires, which is absolutely insane. No one knew it was going to take or just go on for this long. I feel like I've lived 4 lives since the fire started. I really do. As you can see, I have my hair done, I'm in makeup, I'm clothed. I feel like life has kind of gone back to normal in a very, very strange way. And I say that because the people who lost all of their homes are kind of getting acclimated to, I don't know, are kind of given resources to find housing, to stay somewhere, to like get the things that they need. A lot of donation centers, I'm cleaning up my makeup vanity. A lot of donation centers have been turning away volunteers, have been turning away donations. Like the whole city really turned up and turned out for everyone, which I thought was just so kind. Like I love how much support there's been in the entire city. Right now, the fires, like the two major fires, are the Eaton Fire and the Palisades Fire, and they are both like, I think the Eaton Fire like 55% contained, so it is dying down a little bit, and then the Palisades Fire is I want to say like 25% contained, so not as much as the other one, but even though there is still some news coverage, I feel like the rest of the world has kind of like moved on because there's so much going on with the TikTok ban. So it is January 16th as I'm recording this, and the app is supposed to go away on the 19th, or maybe the app is probably going to go. There's a lot of things going on right now. Either the app is going to go dark because TikTok has refused to sell to an American-based company, and also the Supreme Court hasn't come up with a decision for them. So TikTok's like, screw it, we're just gonna take ourselves out. But then at the same time, Congress and Biden has come out and said that we're gonna try to make sure that TikTok stays around. And I think all of this came about because so many Americans downloaded Red Note as an alternative, which is literally a Chinese app that people were trying to like protect us from. Anyway, a lot of the TikTok Red Note discourse has been a distraction for me, honestly. Like for me to just like not be in total trauma and destruction every minute of every day. I haven't actually slept since I've been back in my house. Like I haven't slept a full night through, just because I've been so anxious about everything that's happening all at once. It's just been like very overwhelming. So yeah, there's that. I'm also packing to leave for a trip, so I do have to leave like at 2 o'clock today. So I just have so much going on that I have been preparing for. Obviously trying to stay consistent here on YouTube, but it's been a lot. It's been a lot. A lot of places that were closed for the few days have reopened. So people are like going back to their regular lives if they haven't been directly affected by the fires. However, I have seen like so many people donating, and also like a lot of influencers sharing different GoFundMe's online and like different resources. I was turned away a few times from trying to volunteer, so I didn't even get the chance to volunteer because there were just so many people that were also willing to help and share their time. So I don't know, I feel like life has gone back to normal in a very, very strange way, but at the same time, and even though the TikTok ban has kind of like overshadowed the fires and like the destruction in some ways, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't have known that the fires were so close to them if it weren't for TikTok, because so many people were live streaming on TikTok, were posting about it. Like I saw so many more updates on TikTok versus on any news outlet. Like there were news outlets that posted, different clips on TikTok, but like the updates, even from my own evacuation notices that were going to my phone, the updates were still slower on my phone compared to on TikTok. Like I could see everything that was going on in the LA County on TikTok, which is insane. Like I don't even know how we get to a point where a social media source is so much faster than us having actual news. And also to hear about everyone's experience firsthand was just so helpful, because the news is going to say whatever they want to say, but you hear it firsthand from people they're living it, as they're going through it. And I feel like that has been really impactful for the fires, especially for people that are fundraising for it, that are having different events for it, and like really trying to like gather donations. Like I've just seen so much on social media, like so much positivity on social media that I haven't seen in such a long time. And especially someone who quit TikTok, like it's so insane for me to be like, it's been really positive for the last week and a half. So it's just been like a strange situation, pretty overwhelming, I will say. But I think in my direct life, like life has kind of been normal for me again. Like I forced myself that one day to get up, shower, put on clothes, feel like I like did something. I've been forcing myself to like be productive in a way, kind of like take my mind off of it and distract myself from it. But I've also noticed that other people have also kind of gone back to their regular lives, like things that were postponed or canceled are now like being brought back. So the city's kind of like turning back on and shifting back on. But what I'm kind of nervous about is if TikTok is banned, like how am I going to be able to get fast news as I was before? Like for an example, the Kenneth Fire was coming over the Hollywood Hills, and people didn't know that it was until someone was live streaming on TikTok, and they were like, oh my gosh, I need to evacuate, I need to get out. And luckily they did get out in time, so like they weren't affected by the fires. But it's just like, that's our easiest way of communication and our fastest way of communication. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I did want to update you guys to know that I'm still safe. I didn't have to evacuate my home since I last spoke to you. I have been recording and kind of just, going about my semi-regular life. I haven't left my house, that's for sure. I left once to go get coffee yesterday, and that was the only time. Other than that, I've been in the house just, doing what I normally do, but still like keeping up to date with everything on social media. And I don't know, trying to do what I can, like even though I tried to volunteer, but it just didn't work out, and that's okay. Like I'm just happy that people had the help they needed, and also that the fact they were even turning away donations after I think like 3 days, like they were like, we can't take any more. Like people were going to stores to deliberately buy stuff for volunteers. Not like, oh, I just like have this extra thing in my pantry. They're like, no, I'm gonna go out and buy stuff for other people and then take it to, across the street to the donation center or whatever it is. So yeah, that was really heartfelt and really cool to see the city come together and do that. But like I said, I am going on a trip, so you guys will see a vlog from me for this trip. This was planned, like 8 months in advance. Like it's happening. And also, since the fires are a little bit more contained, I do feel better about leaving my home and like not coming back to nothing. That was one of my concerns when everything was going on, is like, what if I leave and I come back and I don't have a house anymore. And I kind of like had a suitcase packed and like different things set aside that like my neighbor could maybe pick up if that were to happen. But I feel a little bit better about it, and there are less fires overall. The air is clean, or back to what we were before, so I wouldn't really say clean, but yeah, feeling a lot better. So thank you guys for leaving, your really kind messages, except for all the people that didn't leave kind messages. I blocked them, so they won't see this video. But everyone else, I really do appreciate you being concerned and just hearing what I had to say in my experience, living through this. It's been absolutely insane. I have no idea what to expect for the rebuild. I will say that California has implemented new regulations for people to get permits, or some people don't even need permits to like rebuild, to do certain things. So they're making it easier for people to try to rebuild. They're also really trying to go after the insurance companies that drop people. So they're making it illegal or they're not allowing insurance companies to drop people for the next year, people that were impacted directly from the fires. And also are really trying to push insurance companies to reevaluate any of the people that they've dropped in the last 3 months. So hopefully like that does pan out for most people. Also, there was something else that I saw that I can't remember now. But I do think that California, like our state government, is trying to make sure that people can get the resources that they need in a timely manner, and that rebuilding is even possible, and that is something that is, obviously it's not going to be possible for everybody. And a lot of people that were everyday, regular working class folks are definitely impacted by this. But the little bits of hope have been, or the little bits of good news have been giving me hope that, the government is like trying to help some people and make sure that people who are impacted by the fires like do get help in the ways they need. Also, they have been taking down anyone that is price gouging for any people that are impacted by the fire. So if people are looking for like apartments or renting houses, like the prices were all of a sudden skyrocketing. And there have been like a lot of cases that have come out since then of people like, no, you can't do this, this is illegal. So I'm really happy to see that that is happening, that people are like, no, this is wrong, you can't do this, and they're speaking out about it. So that's some positivity in all of this madness. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate you guys for checking in on me. I am going to be heading out later on today, so you guys won't see really a vlog from me for a while. But all right, I gotta go, I gotta get packing because of course I'm not packed. But I will see you guys soon. Bye.